Well, good morning folks, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another review video. First, let me apologise for the lack of videos over the last week or so. We've had some domestic issues with my family and some illness, and I received some rather bad news yesterday. However, I did say that I'd try and get some videos out this week. So today we're in Sardinia, the island of Sardinia, just south of Corsica in the Mediterranean Sea, south of Italy. It's an Italian island, and we are looking at Cagliari in Sardinia, Cagliari International Airport. This is a new pay-as scenery. It's been out a few days, produced by AmSim, and the download is 1.1 gig and it installs at 2.7 gigabytes. Now it's available from both Orbix and SimMarket. And for a change, SimMarket is slightly cheaper than Orbix. I'll give you the prices now. SimMarket prices are €14.39, which equates to roughly $15.38 US, or £12.26 UK. These prices are estimates and include VAT or tax, which of course will vary depending on your country of purchase. As I say, these prices are slightly cheaper at SimMarket. There really isn't a lot in it. We're talking cents. But a beautiful airport in another beautiful location in the Mediterranean Sea. And again, we've set midday clear weather for you to have a good look at this airport. There's a lot of detail. No internal detailing of the terminal with passengers and bits and pieces, but all of the buildings on the airport are modelled. And so the airport itself looks really good, and to be honest, having had a quick look at this, the price is excellent for what you're getting here. So thank you for joining me. Let's start this review and have a good look at this airport and see what you think. So as ever, we'll start with some history, but before we do, the sharp-eyed among you will have noticed two sets of approach lights there. This is a single runway airport. We'll get to the runways in a minute. As you can see, you've got approach lights there on towards taxiway Alpha, which previously was used as a runway in the old days, and the lights are still in place. I don't think they're lit. We'll have a look when we turn the lights down. But we'll discuss runways in a moment. This is a single runway airport, part military and part civilian. So let's get into some of the history then. Cagliari Elmas International Airport, Lima India Echo Echo, is located in the province of Elmas on the Italian island of Sardinia in the Mediterranean Sea. It lies some 4.3 miles or 7 kilometers from the city centre, and there's a railway station connecting the airport with most of the Sardinian towns. Amongst the local Italians, the airport is also often referred to as Aeroporto Mario Mamelli. The airport opened in May of 1937 and was named in honour of Mario Mamelli, a bomber pilot from the fascist-era Italian Air Force, who was shot down in the Second Italian-Ethiopian War. The airport was upgraded in 2003 and the terminal was expanded and improved, adding 6 jet bridges for passenger boarding, bringing the airport to a capacity of over 4 million passengers a year. In 2019, the airport handled over 4.7 million passengers and some 39,000 aircraft movements. Transport from the airport to the city centre takes only 15 minutes. Cagliari is a well-known and popular vacation spot with European travellers, and some 23 airlines service this airport, including Air France, Albastar, British Airways, EasyJet, Smartwings and Volotea Air. So that's kind of all I got for the history, quite short, but as you can see, the airport's in a beautiful location. It has been in existence for some time, and you've also got the military side over here, which we'll also have a look at. So as you can see, we've dropped the lighting down now to have a look at this main runway. Now you can see on the right hand side there, the approach lighting system for the old runway, now taxiway Alpha, does seem to be lit, which I think is a pity. Because this could be confusing for some aircraft. However, the taxiway Alpha is not lit at all from this point, so it should be okay. Anyway, we're looking down the throat of runway 32. This is the only ILS equipped runway. So Cagliari operates this single runway 1432, which is 9,199 feet long, or 2,804 meters, and it's made from asphalt. Runway 32 that we're looking at now is the only instrument landing system equipped runway, but also has VOR and NDB approach options too. This end of the runway is equipped with high intensity airfield lighting system and precision approach path indicators on both sides of the runway, and you can see the two PAPIs here, and you've got the full lighting system here, approach lights that go into the runway. You've also got touchdown zone lighting there, which is another useful aid. So here we are looking down the throat of runway 14, the other end. Runway 14 features only VOR and NDB approach options and is equipped with precision approach path indicators, and there you can see them on both sides of the runway. You've also got runway end identifier lights there flashing away, which again is not marked on the charts, but as I've said in previous videos, I'm all for having additional bits and pieces added to assist pilots in making landings on runways such as this. So as you can see, a beautiful airport in a beautiful location. This airport has over 45 parking spots, especially if you include the GA apron, which exists up here. Here's the military side as we discussed before, and here's the main apron with the terminal and the jet bridges. Beautiful airport, looks really good. And this is by AmSim, developer AmSim, available both at Orbix and Sim Market. Let's get down and dirty and have a close look at this airport and see how well they've done. So we're going to start with a tour from the approach end runway 32, but I thought we'd have a quick look at the bay here. Just look how beautiful this looks. Obviously some of this is default and some of it's AmSim, but the airport fits very nicely into what looks to be a beautiful location. There we are looking out towards the city and towards the sea, Mediterranean Sea itself. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful location. And looking inland, you can see the high ground to the west there. The airport kind of sits in a plateau between two hill ranges. But you're going to have some stunning approaches coming in here. Looks really, really nice. So let's start with a tour. We're going to go along taxiway Alpha towards the main apron. We're on the right hand side of runway 32 threshold there. Just have a look at what's been done here and the detail. Here you've got a couple of military vehicles, a helicopter, and there's a stutter there, I don't know why. Again, nicely modelled buildings. Here's the GA apron. There's a helicopter landing pad. There are 4 helicopter landing pads or placements on the airport for you to see or use if you plan to fly in a helicopter, and we may well do that. Let's come down a bit lower. So I'm noticing a little bit of a frame rate issue here. What I might do is have a look afterwards and have us see whether I've got a decent graphics driver loaded. As you can see as we tour across here, the modelling is beautiful. There's the fire station. There's work being done there to expand the airport. I'm not sure what that is, I can't find details about it at the moment. Big car park there. The foliage and trees look really nice. And there's the roads, and one of the things I liked about this scenery straight off is the fact that they've detailed all the roads. There's no, or doesn't seem to be much in the way of photo scenery. See, even these roads way out on the airport in the middle of nowhere have been detailed, which is excellent. And you've got buildings off there to the right, this little inlet. There's the ILS base for runway 32, right at the end of the runway there. And as I've said, as you can see, the road modelling goes right round the edge of the airport. Looks really good. That's very, very nice. There's your runway 14 end. You track down, you can see the lights flashing away there. The PAPIs are clear. On the whole, this airport really does look nice. And again, you see they've done this road all the way around the airport. Has been modelled. And not just left to photo scenery. Taxiway exits and entry points are good. There's the weather sock, the wind sock there. Really, really nice. Let's just go across and have a look at the military apron. Again, you can see the roadway has been continued all the way round. Very nice indeed. There's the VOR station there. Another helicopter landing pad there. So a really nice model of a Chinook helicopter there, looks really good. And another nice model, beautiful model of the Black Hawk helicopter, which is really nice. As I've said previously, no internal modelling, but the buildings are nicely modelled. Everything you need, they look great. So here's the military fire station on the west side of the airfield. We've got some lovely model buildings there and the fire engines. There you can see the quality of the modelling on the buildings. The brickwork looks really nice. That's really impressive. The fire engines are good. Nothing left to chance here. They really do look good. Very high quality modelling there. So here's the military tower again on the west side of the airport. In fact, it's the main control tower actually, because they've got it on the west side so they can see pretty much everything. But yeah, look, that looks really good. And again, building modelling is lovely. No internal development, but the buildings look great. Okay, this is the part of the, as known as the Cagliari apron on this side of the control tower. Also, as I said, part of the military section. Lots of nice vehicles. This one looks a bit odd. No, they haven't rounded it off properly there. Not sure why that is. Or it may be that it's meant to be that way, I don't know. But it looks quite nice. And here's the military apron proper, which is on the southwest side of the airfield. About sort of 130 metres up, runway 32 on the left side. And here you can see nicely weathered buildings, lots of interesting vehicles, couple of helicopters. They look really good. The models look great. Very nice model of the truck there, really, really detailed. I've taken spent a lot of time modelling that, which is good. And more military vehicles here. Again, really, really nice modelling, texturing. They've done an aircraft modelling job on a vehicle which to me looks really great. Very impressed with it. And just a quick look there, just from the western side of the military apron, which is here. Just thought we'd have a look and see what we've got. Again, nicely detailed and modelled buildings. Everything looks very, very nice indeed. In situations like this, to be honest, I'm not fussed about internal development, because there's so much external development on the airport that it makes it well worth it. It's really impressive. So let's whiz across now and have a look at the main apron in close-up. So a series of quick shots airside first to show you what everything's like. I haven't tested the jetways, so I don't know if they actually work. What you can see there is one of our new Eurolink regional jets for the modelling or painting for the PMGT 737-700, which really looks quite nice. It's one of the virtual airlines I fly for. However, as you can see, exterior modelling on the main terminal looks wonderful. The vehicle models are exceptional. Everywhere you look, the vehicles, buses, even the paraphernalia here on the ramp, they all look really crisp and beautifully modelled and designed. You've got no blurring at all. It looks really, really good. And again, close-up check on the jetway there, wonderfully modelled. Everything on the jetway is clearly modelled here. You've got the doorway and the paraphernalia underneath, the air conditioning unit, power unit, stairway. Got a little bit of weathering on it. It's really, really, really lovely. Very impressive, excuse me. And again, wonderful modelling on the buses. Just really, really nice. You can just see the wheels there. So if you think the wheels are missing, it's actually an optical illusion. You can see them, and they are there. Couple of stairs there, and a couple of baggage units here on the ramp. And again, look at the roadways, beautifully marked, crisp and clear. This is a feature all over the place. I haven't yet found too much in the way of photo scenery that's been substituted. Pretty much all of the central area, and we'll see it in a minute, has been nicely done here. Crisp taxiway and driving lanes, beautifully done. And a quick look at the other side there with the other jetway bridges. Again, as I said, I haven't tested these. We'll have a look and see whether they work or not. But look, you can see beautiful modelling here. Very clear taxiway signs even, and again roadways, everything on the roadways beautifully marked, all going around here. Very, very nice. Looking forward to seeing what this looks like in the dusk hours. But again, you see even these little nondescript vehicles here are nicely modelled. Nothing left to chance so far. Really impressed with it. So here's the main fire station on the main side of the airport. Again, you've got the same high quality modelling we saw a moment ago over at the military side, and even this little vehicle here, very, very nice. Again, the ground markings you've got slight weathering here, skid marks, but the ground markings are excellent. This is really exceptional. The developer's really gone overboard here and done a really lovely job. Everywhere you look, just really, really nice. This is a beautiful place to land at, and you're going to have a lovely experience taxiing in here. So let's have a look at the terminal landside. And just before we go landside, just wanted to show you this again. This same attention to detail here on the buildings, on the roads, with the blast screens here. We've got some cargo trucks, fence line, signage on the building. You've got texturing and shadowing there. It really does look great. Right, we're starting with the eastern part of the car park here. There you can see the 6 car rental base with the cars. And again, look at this. This whole car park area has been done to detail. No photo scenery, nothing left to chance. Beautiful. Even the ground wording looks good. Let's just move across to the main car, to the further car park, and have a look there. And again, the same attention to detail. Okay, the models are slightly less accurate than the other ones, but they are still exceptionally good. And road markings, all good here, even the roundabout. The light placement looks good. As I said, can't wait to see this at dusk. And here's the area that's still being built on. So looking towards the terminal, here's another look at the car park, and here you can see you've got the multi-storey, which is nicely constructed. Again, really well weathered. This looks very effective, and you've got cars inside as well as on the top. So really impressive. It's really nice. So let's take a slow tour across the Landside road here and have a look. Again, the beautiful modelling here on the building, shadowing, cars, foliage. This all looks a treat. There's the bridge going into the terminal, so we'll go across the upper roadway first. And again, it's been nicely modelled, nothing left to chance, no photo scenery, beautifully modelled construction above us, entrances to the building, some cars parked. All of this makes it look very much livable and realistic. There you've got entrances on the right, really does look excellent. Car park on the left, signage everywhere, billboards. The buses are lovely. This is just beautiful. Oh, and this is interesting. Flight simulator. Okay, I wonder if Microsoft are paying them for that. But anyway, really nice. Just spin across the Landside car park. Again, more signage, light poles, bus places where passengers park their cars and wait to be picked up and taken to the terminal. Here you can see the entrance road. I mean, this is great. This is beautifully done. More billboards. Look at the buses and the parking area. That's really, really nice. Very impressive. It's just really, really good. So let's have a quick tour of the lower level. This would be the arrivals level where passengers come out and pick up their surface transport. Again, nice attention to detail. Some nice car models there. and the crosswalks. Excellent. So a little run through the car park. It's really, really good. We'll just pop out to the entrance to the airport. And you can see pretty much hardly anything left to chance here. So we have to get all the way out here before we start seeing any photo scenery roadway. I mean, that is really good. That's the developer's gone that extra mile, which is excellent as far as I'm concerned. So there's a look back at the main area from Landside, and you can see the details fantastic. I need to do a flight in here or maybe reload the scenery, because it looks like I'm getting a few little frame rate drops, a little shuddering as I move around. It may be my graphics card, but I will reload the scenery and have another go and see if there's any change to that. But this looks brilliant. You know, I've got no complaints. This looks really excellent. Wherever you look, there's great attention to detail. So more cars and fence line stuff over here. There's the bus place where all the buses are serviced and where they depart from. And here, lots of work's been done all over the place to make this airport look great. Very impressed with it so far. Okay folks, I have exited the sim. I've done a defrag on my main drive and cleaned up a bit and basically rebooted from start. And if I do this, as you can see, I've set it to slightly faster motion, no tearing or ripping. Everything looks a lot smoother. So it was my system and not the scenery that was causing the stutters. So again, you see, if we pull back right over the detailed area, no real problem at all. If I do this, there's no real tearing of the scenery. It looks great, no problem at all from there. So having sorted out and settled that little issue, let's drop the lighting down now to dusk and have a look at how the airport looks in low light. So I've dropped the lighting down and it's 7:15 in the evening local time. Now the sun does sink pretty fast here, so sunset doesn't last too long here. But here's a look. Generally things look reasonably okay from this altitude. Let's get down low and have a look and see what the lighting's like close up. So we're going to come from landside to airside, scoot across the central area of the terminal here, and you can see lighting looks really quite nice. It's quite subtle, not a lot of it. Building looks good. Love the blue hue there that makes the building look as though it's come to life. The lighting poles are good. They seem to put the light in the right places. Let's come down a bit lower on the ramp here. Okay, centerline lights, green centerline lights, that's good. And you've got blue edge lights. And the signage here out on the runway, taxiways. Going onto the runway, yep, everything's nicely marked. That all looks pretty good there. As you can see, the light is well down. It's near impossible to select the light minute by minute. But here you get a good example of what it looks like before the sun goes right down and it gets black. So there you go, you can see the internal bits of the building, which of course isn't really modelled. It's modelled to a certain extent, but not in terms of passengers and shops and bits and pieces like that, but the building is modelled nicely. Now we're looking at the light poles. They light up the right area, which is quite good. All of the light sources come from the correct sources, so that's really quite good. A little bit of flittering there, but that's nothing really to write home about. So again, looking towards the threshold of runway 32, which is over here. Here again, you've got the main lights. The source is correct. You've got a couple of vehicles with lights. This is good. And all of these light poles are providing light at the right areas. You can see the sources correctly. All of this looks really neat. I say the building looks quite effective. That blue glow inside, or turquoise glow inside the building is very effective. Makes it looks really nice. Again, the whole location looks really pleasant at this time of the evening. It's not hugely lit. I will expect to see quite an improvement in the lighting when we go to darkness, but it does look really quite pleasant. So a quick look at the building from this side, and there we're looking across the Landside car park. It looks very effective. And here's the entrance to the airport. Again, you've got the lights going out there. Looks very, very good. Really nice. Even the trees lit by the overhead lights. So let's just take a quick tour on the upper level. Lighting's lovely. Very nice. Looks really good. Again, you can see the Landside car park is well lit there. The ambience and the atmosphere that this lighting gives is one of the things that makes airports, and so the same is true of this airport. Very nice, subtle lighting. Makes the buildings come to life too. So a little whiz inside the multi-storey car park. Nice to see it loaded with cars. Okay, the lighting isn't crazy, but it's nicely done. And a little shot from Landside. As you can see, the sun is really dipping low now, so we're getting close to darkness. But the lighting's lovely. It really does look good. So that's what it looks like at dusk. Very nice subtle lighting. Let's drop it down to right total darkness now and see if we experience an improvement in the way the lighting comes up. So there we go, 10 PM local time, and indeed the lighting has come up, certainly Landside as we look at it here. The airport's really nice and bright. Let's go look at airside on the ramp, which is where you pilots will be flying in and taxiing in. So as we move from Landside to airside, then across the top of the airport building, you've still got this lovely lovely turquoise glow in the building that makes it look really nice. And as you can see on the ramp, the lighting has improved significantly. Those lights really have come up. Get down a bit lower. So there you go, parking, stand parking shouldn't be a problem really at all. And here you can see the green centerline lights are really bright now, which is a big improvement. And you've got the blue airfield edge lights as well, which look good. And your taxiway signage looks excellent. Signs are all really good quality and nice and bright. And the same can be said, I think, for the military side and the Cagliari on the other side of the runway there. Got some lighting over there too. So there's a nice shot looking back at the terminal. Again, all of this area is beautifully lit. You've got enough lighting, not too much, you've just got enough to be able to find your way to the stands, which is the important bit. Fire station over here is lit up as well. So we're just going to have a little track this way so we can look at the lighting generally here. Again, the buildings look good, nicely lit up. Here's the fire station. Very nice. It's really impressive. All of the light sources are correct, makes it look great. So let's get out to the airport runway. Just want to have a close look at the, you see you've got the blue airfield edge lights. Taxiways are well defined by the green centerline lights. And there you can see, I really don't think you're going to have an awful lot of problems at all. To a huge extent you will rely on your landing lights on the runway because the runway's lit from the side. But no more than that, but it is well defined. See plenty of green green taxiway lights, centerline lights to get off the runway and know where to go. And here we're going towards the threshold of runway 14, all looking quite good. So while we're here, let's have a look at the military and Cagliari apron here just very quickly and pass over the top. Again, nice subtle lighting. Ramp areas, nicely lit. This is the military apron coming up. Okay, not as much lighting as on the other side, but then if you are into military flying, there's enough there for you. And a quick pass over the airport generally from high up gives you a good idea of where the lighting is and how it's set. Very nice indeed, it looks really good. It's a nice piece of work. So there you go, looking at the night lighting. Let's bring it up to dawn and see how it looks. Okay, just after 6 AM local time, as you can see, the sun's about to come up and the last of the lighting is about to disappear. But it looks very nice. I just got no complaints about this, really looks great. Let's take the lighting up a little higher. So just after 7 AM and the sun is well up now, and you can see the airport's come to life a little bit more. Beautiful, really beautiful. So there's a nice shot showing the airport itself and the way it's laid out. Didn't realise, I think we've got a wind farm over here in the distance. Lots of things to look at, I think, really. Get the helicopter out. But another beautiful airport and a beautiful location. So my final thoughts, yeah, this is another lovely airport in a beautiful location. Places like southern Italy, Sardinia, Corsica, and parts of the Mediterranean are wonderful places to fly to, and they're only 2.5 hours, 2 hours 50 minutes or so away from the UK. And this is an example of another wonderful airport. Kudos to AmSim for doing the work that they've done. Okay, no internal development in the terminals as such or in the buildings, but basically the external development and lighting on all of the buildings shown in this scenery really make up for that, so I've got no complaints there. I have experienced a couple of little stutters, a little bit of frame rate drops. It's not as fluid as some of the airports are, but as I said, what I did halfway through this review was to come out of the sim, reboot the computer, do a defrag on the drive that holds the scenery, and it has improved it. So quite a lot of detail, quite a lot of shading, which may sort of give a loss of frame rate a little bit on your system, or maybe not, I don't know. But scenery's certainly worth it, and if you're just going to fly in and out here, it's a lovely product. So Cagliari International Airport on the island of Sardinia in the Mediterranean Sea, southern Italy, Lima India Echo Echo, payware version by AmSim. It's available both at Orbix and at SimMarket, and for once prices are slightly cheaper at SimMarket. The prices I've shown you are estimates, and they include tax and VAT, which of course will vary depending on the country you make your purchase in. But once again, another really nice airport, lovely position, lots of attention to detail, really very impressed with it, and the price is right on. Yeah, this is another place we're going to fly into. So this is Lee, your virtual airline pilot, wrapping up another review. Again, my apologies for the lack of content the last couple of weeks. One or two domestic issues to deal with, which has kind of kept me away from things, but we're coming back to it now, and I hope to get a couple of more reviews coming up, and get an adventure flight in the PMDG 737-700, and look out for the Headwind A330-900 in VAP Air livery. I've got my own livery painted on the Headwind, and that's going to be great. So what I might do is fly in here in it and do the video for you. So thanks for joining me. This is Lee, ending up another review, thoroughly recommended scenery by AmSim. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye for now.